I'm Timme Litt. This is my son Cookin It.
Hi.
And this is Cookin It. This evening we're going to be cooking Parmesan encrusted honey Dijon chicken, as well as white asparagus with leek and morel mushrooms sauté. And we are going to be cooking risotto with fresh herbs and saffron. And then to finish it off, we will be cooking some tiramisu. Actually, I think Truan's going to cook the tiramisu. So we'll be right back. Perfect. And we're going to put in about 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Not quite all of it. A little bit more. Quite a bit more. Almost all of it. Good job. All right, we're going to take a mixer and mix that up. That's good. You're going to want to mix this for about 4 minutes. All right, we have got it to the consistency where it is ribboning off of the mixers. So it's time to add the mascarpone cheese. And what we have here is 8-ounce containers of mascarpone cheese. You want to dump that one in, True?
No.
You'll have to use this probably.
Okay.
Okay.
How would this work?
Just scoop it in.
I can get it.
Okay. Good job. I'll help you with the mixer. Bloop. Stuff's kind of stiff, eh? We'll have to mix this into the whipped egg yolks for about another 2 or 3 minutes. Good job. All right.
Another half cup?
Yep, you can bring that in. Now this will be pretty thick to start out with, but we're going to take these egg whites and we're going to whip them up nice and fluffy, and then we're going to fold those in gently so they don't break down. We're going to add some more cheese here real quick.
Got it done.
Good job. Okay, you want to finish mixing that for me?
Sure.
That's the perfect amount. What I'm doing is I'm making 1/3 of a recipe of what was asked for. So we're kind of eyeballing this. Good job, True. Really good job. Okay. I think that's just about right. Now we're going to have to clean up the mixer and do the egg whites, so I'll be right back. All right, we are ready for the egg whites. And Truan, if you would beat that on number 3. No power boosting yet. You'll want to do this for a couple of minutes, maybe a little bit lighter than that. So turn it down to maybe 2. There we go. You want to make these nice and fluffy, and then fold them gently into the mascarpone cheese mixture.
Power boost?
No, I think that should be good. Why don't you shut it off? All right.
Okay.
Let me take that for you.
Do I just dump it in?
Why don't you dump that in, and then I want you to, good job. Now kind of mix it around like this, very kind of lightly. It's okay. Good job. Now we're going to need to refrigerate this for a while, and then we will be soaking some ladyfinger cookies, which I have here, in some modified espresso. We actually have some Costa Rican coffee that I've made very, very, very strong, and I've got some beans floating in there to even make it stronger. A tip from Greg Stumble. And we'll be layering that in just a moment. Right, we're prepping some vegetables for the risotto, and my son here is cutting the white asparagus, which I found in Fargo at the new Hornbachers. I don't think you can find them anywhere in Fergus, I'm sorry to say. At an angle, perfect, about an inch to an inch and a half in length. Go for it. You can keep on cutting all of them. Watch your fingers. In the meantime, I've got some arboreal rice, and I'm going to saute it a little bit. Got it? Good job. So I've got some butter over here in a pan, and I'm going to saute the arboreal rice, but you got to make sure not to burn it. The sauteing brings out the flavor a little bit. All right, I've cut the top and the bottom of the leeks off, and I use these to make a good vegetable stock. Leek has a similar taste to an onion, so I'm going to save those back over there. And I'm going to cut these into very, very thin slices for the saute. I probably won't need all of it, so that's good.
I'll put it.
Thank you.
Where should I put it?
Right over there is fine.
Okay.
So, the arboreal rice is browning back here in about 2 tablespoons of butter. You can use olive oil for a little bit of a healthier dish. I have the white asparagus that I'm steaming for about 4 minutes in a pot over here. Now the thing with a risotto is you want to cook it slow, and you want to slowly add the liquid to it. Let a little bit of liquid evaporate, and then add some more, and then add some more. I'm going to use a combination of white wine and chicken broth. About 2 cups of chicken broth and 1 cup of white wine for every 1 cup of risotto that you're making. All right, my son here is chopping up some fresh herbs. I've got a mixture of garlic chives. Go for it. Basil and Italian parsley. Good job, Drew. Being very careful. Here I've got some morel mushrooms that were dried. They're hard to find fresh. The season actually just probably ended. But when we find them, then I dry them. And I've decided that I'm going to use this liquid in the risotto as well, and take out 1 of the cups of the chicken broth and use this instead. I'm going to try to get all the liquid I can out of them before I cut them up a little bit more. And back here, I've got the risotto that is now a golden brown color. Okay? And just to be wild and crazy, I might as well just start with this morel mushroom broth that I just produced.
It makes it bubble.
It does. Okay, why don't you do the exact same thing that you were doing with those morel mushrooms, okay? I will finish this off here. Now, I'm going to slowly add these herbs as well. All right, the risotto needs a little bit of seasoning. I'm going to take some of our fresh herbs, toss them in there. I'm going to take some ground black pepper. Some garlic salt. And a pinch of saffron. We also need to shock these asparagus, which are now al dente, but we don't want them to cook any farther. So I'm going to set them over here, and my son will spray them down. There we go. Okay. For the saute, which we won't start quite yet, I have some butter. That's okay. Some butter in a saute pan. we are going to do the leeks and the morel mushrooms. Might as well toss a few of these fresh herbs in there. I'm going to put some black pepper, some garlic salt. We'll hold off for about 15 minutes of cooking the risotto before we start the saute. Be right back. My son's in washing his hands to get ready to do the ladyfingers and the tiramisu. I am going to add the second round of liquids, which will be the Chardonnay. All right. My son True here is ready to dip some ladyfingers and layer the first layer. He's going to dip them in this espresso mixture for about 5 seconds and then put them in. You want them soft on the outside but still hard in the middle, or else they just kind of break down and turn to mush. So go for it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
We did a practice run with the first one to make sure that they were soft on the outside and still crisp in the middle. Okay, keep on dunking. We're going to make this first layer, and then I'll be back to spread some cheese on it. All right, he's dunking the last ladyfinger and putting it in. Dunk it.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfect. Okay, we've got a nice layer of ladyfingers here. Now we are going to spread a layer of this cheese mixture that is dripping off of the spatula. You want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I gotta stand up for this part.
Okay, let's get rid of the coffee and the ladyfingers here. Just dump a good scoop on it of it on there.
Good.
You want me to dump it and you spread it?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a good spreader.
Okay, spread that around. Make sure it gets to all of the corners. And nice and even. Okay, I'm going to rotate it so you can get on this side. Perfect. Good job, dude. All right. Looks like the risotto is ready for a little bit more liquid. I'm going to take some chicken broth, put it in. Turn up the heat a little bit. I've got my morels and leeks ready to start sauteing after I prep the chicken. With the chicken, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and make a mixture of Dijon mustard, honey, and then I'm going to dip chicken breasts that we've pounded out in there. And then I will put it in a mixture of Parmesan cheese and panko breadcrumbs. And I'm going to fry it up in some vegetable oil. It's going to be good. Dude, that's perfect. We're ready for another layer of ladyfingers. Straighten things up just a little bit. Set that over there.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Ladyfingers.
Ladyfingers. Oh, we want coffee here and ladyfingers there. Okay, we're going to do exactly what we did the time before, where we're going to dunk them for 4 seconds, and we're going to make another layer of the ladyfingers. So here he goes with the first one. All right.
I'm going to do them that way now.
He's going to do them that way now. More power to him. We'll see you in a little bit. Truan has done a marvelous job of another layer of ladyfingers in his own style. And I will dump, let's move the coffee over, ladyfingers over. I will dump the final bit of the cheese on top.
I will spread it around.
Yes, you will.